Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Brady's Bears going up against Mitchell Trubisky's Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. First carry now for Rob Kelly. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll drop the throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The slot man in motion right. They run for it with Hunt, and he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing, but this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood, but give them credit. They got it to pay off.
And now a first down following that long gain. Stepping up, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Trubisky out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Three yards remaining here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hurry up, gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bradley. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The play clock's running down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. In motion, Gronkowski. Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Calais Campbell in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends? Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They're going to try and throw. Wide open receiver complete. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. Powering his way forward. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with a... They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First throw now for the backup Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 41 yards. This is Kelly. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He'll look to throw. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive with High. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie. That was the nicest thing he called me.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Trubisky to throw again. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Short yardage unit out there. This is Fowler, the fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Brady. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. Touchdown, Chicago! Julian Edelman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock, and they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, Yeah, they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Set. Clean. I got you now. Leopard. Check 4. Set. Green 39.
Trubisky will throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas. Complete again. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Bradley. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And he's got Moncrief. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be 1st down Vikings. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. On 1st down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the run, it's Kelly. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now it's Trubisky, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Let's go! Go, Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now!
Now Trubisky. And he goes out right around the 39. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
play fake. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. On third and long, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Second down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Julian Edelman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Brady to throw again. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, "Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it." Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article is saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat for Hyde. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 28.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards. First down, a run with Hyde. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Brandon Copeland in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Back to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They come in off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, nice move. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Thomas. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Trubisky will throw. And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sharif Floyd getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They run with it. It's Kelly. And some space here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. picked off by Ronald Darby, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's how we do it, baby.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Trubisky, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbound.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Bears on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 40, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So the D-line's going to spread out. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hansen. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Brandon Copeland in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Bears on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up a throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Calais Campbell in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Let's go now. Look at 56.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Onto the field now come the Bears. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left. That should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
36.
Slot man moves right. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it on the other side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Buccaneers have just extended their lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying,